Hey, RobotnikIsSexy here, and this is the tournament match that I had today with the one, the only, the TornadoSurvives, who is my opponent, and he has a very strong channel and a very strong following, and he was basically voted the most difficult opponent in the tournament period. And this tournament is hosted by Tails. So I basically have a very tough, very excellent battle ahead of me. We both double switch the first turn, which is really, really amazing. I've never done that before. I scare him off because of Mega Horn. He scares me off because I know T-Tar can carry Fire Blast. So we both double switch. I Scald. He doesn't take the Scald well at all, which tells me his T-Tar is very different from mine, but in any case, I do want to burn it just cause. Most T-Tars do carry the Crunch because it's a pretty good stab move, and it lowers defense pretty often. But as you see, after the burn, it does close to nothing, and I can just roost off the damage, and this is a tournament match, so I'm going to try to be as dick hard as I can, and just stall until he dies from flame damage. If he lets me do it, I'll do it. So Humbawamba's gonna roost all day, all night, and I predict the trick, which is this is the single most, probably one of the more important plays in the whole game. I think to myself, I was thinking, why would he send him in? And I'm like, trick. So he gets my Bug Gem, and then he tricks it back, which I guess tells me that he doesn't want a Bug Gem at all. So I get to pursuit him twice, 3 times if you consider that pursuit is a double power pursuit, which brings Rotom to almost no health. So that is great news. That means Sir Robin is basically taken out Rotom and can die in peace, basically. I also wanted to test the damage because Escavalier is a pretty decently bulky Pokemon, and I thought I might live it if he wasn't banded, like if he was scarfed or something, but I do die, and then I think to myself, oh, wait a minute, Terrakion is a god among Pokemon. It's a beast. Even if it was jolly, it probably would have killed me anyway, so I'm like thinking, well, maybe that test wasn't so good, but I'm pretty sure that it is banded, as you're gonna see from the clues later on in this video. He just keeps switching into Terrakion, who is named after a criminal, like numbers. I think of those numbers on like a orange jumpsuit for a prison or something, because that's what Terrakion is. He's just stealing kills all the time. I let Humbawamba die just because I don't know, I want that free switch into Gastrodon, because, you know, free switch into Gastrodon is a good switch. We double switch again. He's trying to get me to Toxic. He was predicting me to Toxic, but I switch out because I know that T-Tar can basically wall Latias all day and all night, and I've got Crunch, which will nearly one-hit KO it. Now he is going to set up spikes. He sets up 2, which is going to hurt me later, in one turn in particular. Now I use Fire Blast. It does a great amount of damage. He goes for Whirlwind here, which is really kind of weird. Don't really know why. He could have put up another layer of spikes, because he did outspeed me. You'll notice I moved first because he used Whirlwind. So now I switch into Reuniclus. I was honestly ready to fodder it out, but he does go for the CC, and I can sponge it pretty damn well. I'm honestly impressed with the Reuniclus bulk here. I just thought it would be 2-hit KO'd by anything, because Banded Terrakion is basically hell in a handbasket, or whatever. But I'm very glad Reuniclus does not get 2-hit KO'd, because it comes in very handy in this match. Very handy. He's switching around, goes into scissor. He's switching back and forth. Don't really get his logic. He could have U-turned, or well, I guess he couldn't have U-turned because I used Trick Room, so I would have killed him with Focus Blast, no questions asked. Because I am Life Orb, and it's pretty evident that I am Life Orb because I'm not burned or poisoned, and I'm not getting leftover recovery. So, as you see there, he lives on the tiniest little sliver, and it just drove me completely wild. Because I could have killed that Latias, I mean, right there. But now we're just gonna have to play this stupid game where we fire off weak shots at each other and just recover spam over and over. And it's basically a game of chicken because I think he's gonna switch out on this turn, which is why I go for Focus Blast. And yeah, I'm just pretty much trying to think of when he's gonna switch out next. I figure that he'll probably switch out now since Trick Room ended, but he just stays in, goes for that Dragon Pulse. It's doing a lot of damage because he did get that Calm Mind for the +1. And that Calm Mind is pretty annoying. But hey, guess what? I carry Recover on this set. I don't think it's standard, but with Reuniclus is kind of bulk, you really should invest in Recover. And I mean, with Psychic and Fighting, that pretty much covers everything, unless you're a Spiritomb. And if you're a Spiritomb, I'm basically dead. But if not, I can take care of you nicely. Now, I switch into the Gastrodon here, and Trick Room is up, so I just need to land this Toxic so I won't get stalled to hell and back. But what do you know? I missed that Toxic, and it made me say a bad word. So I guess Gastrodon inadvertently feinted that Rotom Wash, but you know, it was mostly Escavalier's doing. But that's pretty much Gastrodon wasted, which really did not make me happy, because Gastrodon walled all the Pokemon he had left. Gastrodon pretty much corners Scissor, and Terrakion will be one-hit KO'd by Scalding. Pretty much. So that is that's very unfortunate for me. See, I'm trying to think of when he's I'm over-predicting a lot here, but I can actually afford to. I have some kind of leeway. So I'm trying to predict when he's going to switch into either of his two Pokemon remaining, which is Scizor and Terrakion, of course. Just decided to go for that Crunch now, and thankfully it dies. That Latias is very bulky, but honestly, I really don't like Latios because, you know, I'd rather be stalled than one-hit KO'd any day. I decided that T-Tar has had a good life, and I want a free switch into Heatran. And that happens. Just keeps continuing to Bullet Punch. If he... I guess he must be Choice Banded, because if he had... I don't know. I guess he's stuck into the Bullet Punch, and there really isn't any point in switching out at this point. So I am going to get a +2 speed. I only need a +1 to outspeed Terrakion, but, you know, why the hell not? So now it's down to his lone Terrakion versus my Heatran and my Reuniclus, and the moment of truth is coming. I use Earth Power, it doesn't do squat because of a Sandstorm boost, and I'm like, really? I thought it would at least, like, get to low yellow. And now is the final turn. Can I take an Earthquake? And I can. I can take an Earthquake. So Reuniclus, it's a good thing I didn't fodder you out, because you won me the game. And that is my fantastic match, and I'll see you later.